Okay, so we're playing some Borderlands 2, and I'm playing Nisha, and I just made this video because you said action skill is complicated. Yeah, it sounds complicated, but there are basically two really easy ways of using it, and I'll show you how it works basically. So first things off, I'll just go over the skill tree. And this is a skill tree that you might need to modify based on just whatever you have available to you. I'm using a very strong Jacob's pistol, which importantly is non-elemental, right? And the reason why that's important is because Nisha has this really great skill where you get 30% gun damage, which is a lot from the last 6 bullets, and non-elemental weapons. So that's great. And this is a build I use for just generally leveling through the game. This is a very good skill, Ruthless, and the reason why it's very, very good is because that it synchronizes very well, it goes together very well with this High Noon, where you gain bonus damage the longer you are in Showdown, which is your ultimate, your special ability. Now 6 seconds doesn't sound very long, but if you're extending it, and you will be because you'll be killing things very, very quickly, this 24% per second, and again this is with 3 additional points with my class mod, so without them it'd be, I think, 18%. I think it's 2% per level. Oh, sorry, it's 3? Might be 3, so it could be 15%. Yeah, it could be 15% per second, which is still not bad. And then this is the one you want to get if you're using pistols in particular, and this is the basis of the tree. And then over here it's just firing from the hip. That means you don't right click, you do not right click, you just fire as it is. And that's important for this as well, because you see with this ability you're not supposed to zoom in, or not that you're not supposed to, but if you zoom in you're only using 1 pistol and not 2. And this, after reloading, you get gun damage, again a whole bunch of gun damage, and fire it again from shooting from the hip. So this is one of the main ways to use the Showdown effectively, is pistols. And this Unchained is just when you shoot an enemy you gain a fire rate again. And I'll show you how it's very effective. So you go into a middle of a room. You can see on the mini map that there's a whole bunch of enemies. Just open Showdown, and don't aim, like don't manually aim, because Showdown does that for you. Showdown automatically aims at enemies for you, and then just start shooting. You can see that the bar on the Showdown actually keeps going up because of that ability, this ability, Ruthless. So Showdown is going on just for a long period of time, and every second that passes I'm getting gun damage. So actually I'm getting stronger and stronger in this mode, and everything's already dead in the room. Right, so when you first start Nisha and you don't have all your ability points, I'd say don't worry too much about Ruthless. I'd go more with like Saddle Up. Saddle Up's pretty good because especially early on to the game, movement speed and then the gun damage you get is just decent. Ruthless is still fun though, so if you find that you're using your action skill like a lot and you're very comfortable with it, then I think this is a very good build. Yeah, and it's just about how you really make or abuse the fact that the game aims for you. Your aimbot. The game aimbots for you, because that means you don't need to aim. That means you can shoot from the hip. Now, shooting from the hip when you're in Showdown, it doesn't always give you critical hits, right? So this is the second way you can use Showdown, and my skill build isn't exactly around it, but what you can do is you can get some distance. It's not really good here, so I'm not going to show it. I was going to show you the sniper rifle one, where you just pick people off. But yeah, that didn't happen because these guys obviously they come close to you. But against like bandits, you know, or things that are like shooting bullets at you that stay at range and you have to work around different angles that they're firing you at, you know, that kind of thing. The sniper usage for Showdown does wonders. So if I get the opportunity to show it to you, I will. Otherwise, yeah, I'll just be playing through this a bit more. And yeah, we'll see what kind of cool stuff we can discover. So this is True Vault Hunter mode. So the second playthrough, basically. The first playthrough really is a breeze. Why is there something here? Okay. Yeah, so you can see it's like just absolutely destroying these guys. Okay, I think there are gonna be some bandits here. I think so. There they are. They're the bandits. Alright, so I'll show you the Showdown in sniper rifle mode now. Hopefully we get a good angle to snipe from. This is decent. So activate. Okay, that was kind of sad. By right. When you use Showdown and you scope with any weapon, it'll point you towards the critical. It will aim you right at the critical spots of the enemy. And then usually with your sniper rifle, you can just get off, you know, free criticals. But for some reason, it missed. And of course, with the Jacob sniper rifle, generally they tend to be very slow if you're talking about the single action bolts. Yeah. So just enjoy the show of Nisha just destroying everybody. You can see I'm not even aiming at all. I'm just shooting things, and it's very messy, of course. Showdown changes the color of your screen. That's another thing. But here it is. It's up again. Just basically what I'm looking at is my mini-map, because I know that as long as the enemies are within range, Showdown will automatically target them for me. So my job is just to get close enough and then to unload on them with all the damage. Yeah. So definitely it does take a bit of guts to, you know, run into the middle of the enemy like a group. And then activating your Showdown, and of course until you get the double pistol ability, generally it works just as well with shotguns, if not better. So you can see shotguns also, because they have terrible accuracy, so the aiming helps, and then of course you're getting all that bonus damage, reload speed, which shotguns also suffer from. You know, basically, I mean, you turn into this goddess of gunslinging, and yeah. So I won't spoil anymore, because by recording this soon, I think there's gonna be some spoiler stuff, so I won't reveal anymore. But I hope you kind of got a feel of how powerful Showdown can be. Yeah, I would say close to medium range is where it really shines, because especially with Ruthless, and you get some kills, then you can just keep going with it. But if you like to be farther back, and like to snipe people even with Showdown, then I'd say don't take Ruthless. Don't take Ruthless. You don't need Ruthless. What you can do is get Saddle Up, Magnificent 6 for your sniping. Short Fuse isn't really that great because it's based on distance. Yeah, I'd say probably those two, and then go down here. Killing an enemy grants bonus crit damage, so this will help you with your sniping. Health regeneration is not that bad. Again, don't get the hipfire stuff. Unchain is decent, but this is the one you really want to get when you're sniping, just because it does so much damage. Yeah, but unfortunately I can't really show you because I don't have enough points, and I'm not spec'ing to the sniping tree, because I just feel that overall the close to medium range use of Showdown is much better. Yeah. One reason why you can see also is that sniper rifles and rocket launchers do not receive the bonus damage. So yeah, I mean, really you get all the stats and you have this really fun, hectic, crazy build where you're just in the middle of everything, firing. It's really great, and I suggest you try it. Of course, I know you're very early on into your journeys, so no rush. It's just an example of what you can look forward to once you get a few more points into Showdown. Okay, bye buddy. And Jack.